Honda is developing a new V3 engine layout, and what makes things even crazier is that it could be featuring a new electronic supercharger. Yeah, you heard me, supercharger. In today's episode, I'm going to be covering the current state of KTM and touch base on a rumor that BMW might actually be buying the company. KTM must pay roughly $600 million to its creditors by May 23rd. The time of this video, that's just barely over 2 months. Hey guys, welcome back to Backcountry ADV Moto, your home for all things dual sport and adventure motorcycle gear, bikes, rides, and now we're actually doing some industry news. Spring 2025 is shaping up to be a massive season for adventure motorcycling. We've got some exciting new bikes, major updates to fan favorite models, and some big industry shakeups that could potentially change the ADV market as we know it. This video is going to be a long one, so definitely check out the chapter markers down below if you don't have time. And you can scroll down to the options or the subjects that you liked to check out most. But if you are in for the long haul, definitely grab a beverage, maybe a snack, and let's get into it. I've got my coffee right here. So in this video, the bikes I'll be covering is the KTM 390 Adventure R, the BMW F450 GS, the CF Moto Ibex 450, which I know isn't a brand new bike, but it's new to the US. I'm actually really excited about this one because I actually have one coming. The completely redesigned Suzuki DRZ-4S and the Triumph Scrambler 400X. I'm actually really surprised that the Scrambler is going to the smaller version like this because they did have a 650 in the past, but there is a huge shift towards these smaller bikes, so I really hope that this bike does well. I'll also be covering some current popular motorcycles that are getting some big upgrades for 2025. First off, the Ducati DesertX Discovery, the Honda XL 750 Transalp, the Aprilia Touareg 660 Rally, which I'm extremely excited about, and the Yamaha Tenere 700, which is getting a huge bunch of upgrades, as well as a completely redesigned Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. I know that this is going to be a really popular bike as well. Lastly, here at the end of the video, I'm going to be covering some rumors of the new Honda Africa Twin 850, as well as the KTM 990 Adventure that I know a lot of people are really excited about because this bike has always been an icon in the adventure space. So before we dive in, this video is brought to you by the Backcountry ADV Moto website at backcountryadvmoto.com. Check out the BAM online store and help support the growth of the channel by picking up a t-shirt, a hat, a hoodie, or check out the affiliate links page for some great deals on some popular brands, all of which I have great relationships with and I actually use their gear. So you know I wouldn't steer you in the wrong direction or steer you down the path, and especially when it comes down to your spending your hard-earned money. Words are hard sometimes, and this is what I'm just trying to get across to you. So if you would like to see this channel grow, do me a favor, click on the link down below in the description, check out the BAM website, and let's jump right into it. So let's start with some of the biggest industry shakeups. What's going on with KTM? For years, KTM has dominated the ADV dual sport scene with bikes like the 790, the 890, the 1290 Adventure Series, and more. But recently, the company has been facing some serious financial struggles. For those of you who love Team Orange, there's some good news here and some bad news. KTM has officially survived the self-administration, coming to an agreement with the creditors. However, the road ahead is still incredibly tough. The company has debts that have ballooned to around $2.3 billion. It's a lot of money, and they're forcing them to file for a court-supervised reconstruction back in 2024, in November of 2024.
Today, we have decided to transfer KTM to a so-called legal restructuring proceedings.
And the production of their Australian factory was temporarily halted due to unsold motorcycles and just this whole thing. So some of which they weren't able to meet Euro 5 emissions standards. So KTM has literally been sitting on bikes for months now, not moving, and also no one there to build or sell motorcycles. So KTM has secured approval for its reconstruction plan, but it comes with a hefty price tag. KTM must pay roughly $600 million to its creditors by May 23rd. The time of this video, that's just barely over 2 months. To make this happen, they need to raise around 800 million euros of fresh capital, and they've enlisted Citigroup to help secure those funds. On the bright side, KTM is planning to restart production in mid-March, and the goal is reaching full capacity within the next 3 months. So while KTM has avoided total collapse, the question is, where's the money going to come from, and who is going to bail out KTM? Reports suggest that at least least 23 potential investors have shown interest in stepping in to help KTM. Two of the biggest names in the conversation are Bajaj and CF Moto companies that already have deep partnerships with KTM. Bajaj currently owns a significant share of KTM and handles all the manufacturing in India, while CF Moto has been working closely with KTM on production in China. Either of these companies could increase their stake to inject cash into the brand. And then, of course, there's the most interesting rumor of them all, the one about BMW Motorrad. Is there any truth to BMW buying KTM? One of the wildest rumors floating around right now is that BMW Motorrad could potentially acquire KTM. The speculation suggests that BMW may step in to purchase KTM and potentially shift production entirely to India, where Bajaj already manufactures KTM models. If this happens, it could spell the end for KTM's Austrian production, putting as many as 4,500 jobs at risk. However, let's be clear, there's no solid evidence that BMW would be making this move right now. And again, all this talk is behind closed doors and the business negotiations are yet to come out. So we only have to sit here and wait and kind of speculate like we're doing now. Imagine KTM's race-ready legendary DNA meshed with BMW's reliability and performance. Would it be a dream come true or the end of KTM's wild, aggressive spirit? This could be one of the most unexpected moves in ADV history. One thing's for sure, KTM is going to look very different by the end of this process. So what's next for KTM? Despite the uncertainty, the fact that KTM's creditors agreed to the reconstruction plan suggests that investors truly believe that the company has a future. No one wants to lose money, and creditors are far more likely to work with KTM to recover their funds rather than try to sell off all the company to make a little bit of money back. Another real question is, how does KTM look when the dust settles? Will they sell off Husqvarna and GasGas to raise capital, or will they still maintain those brands underneath their umbrella? Lastly, will they remain an Austrian brand, or will more production move to India and China? And most importantly, will KTM still be KTM when it's all said and done? For now, nothing is confirmed, but if KTM gets new ownership, it could completely reshape the brand's future. Let me know in the comments below, who do you think should take over KTM, and what would it look like if BMW actually did buy them out? Even with all the drama around KTM, still one of the hottest bikes of 2025 is the KTM 390 Adventure R. Finally, a true off-road worthy 390. KTM has taken their popular 390 Adventure and given it a serious off-road makeover with the new 390 Adventure R. At the heart of this machine, there is a 399cc single-cylinder engine developing 44 horsepower and 27 foot-pounds of torque. This power plant ensures a spirited ride whether you're navigating city streets or tackling trails. Equipped with a fully adjustable WP Explorer suspension offering 9.4 inches of travel, the 390 Adventure R is designed to handle diverse terrain with ease, providing riders with confidence to go beyond the pavement. This little beast will also come with advanced features like off-road traction control, a dedicated rally mode, and switchable ABS, allowing riders to tailor the bike's performance to their specific riding conditions, enhancing both safety and rideability. The combination of the 21-inch front wheel along with the 18-inch rear wheel underscore the bike's off-road intentions, offering improved stability and control in that challenging terrain. All of this is packed into a compact package, lots of P's there. To top it all off, will come in at a competitive price point of $6,999 plus freight, making what the 390 Adventure R offers an exceptional value for riders seeking a capable and affordable adventure motorcycle. Next, BMW expands its legendary GS lineup with an all-new F450 GS, targeting riders who desire lightweight adventure machines without compromising on performance. The F450 GS is powered by a 450cc parallel twin engine, producing 50 horsepower and 35 foot-pounds of torque. This setup strikes a balance between efficiency and performance. The bike will be featuring a 19-inch front wheel and a 17-inch rear wheel, making the F450 GS optimized for adventure touring, offering a blend of on-road stability and off-road capability. Modern amenities such as a vibrant TFT dashboard, multiple ride modes, and a quick shifter enhance the riding experience, providing both convenience and adaptability. The price has not been officially released yet, but it's anticipated that the price is going to be somewhere around $8,900 in the US. The F450 GS aims to make BMW adventure pedigree accessible to a broader audience. Now we're going to move into the CF Moto Ibex 450. The budget-friendly powerhouse, we'll call this one. CF Moto introduces the Ibex 450 to the US market. This is a motorcycle that challenges the notion that adventure riding requires a hefty investment. The Ibex 450's 449cc parallel twin engine delivers 42 horsepower and 32 pound-feet of torque, providing ample power for both daily commuting and weekend adventures. With a generous 5-gallon gas tank and a 21-inch front and an 18-inch rear wheel and fully adjustable KYB suspension, the Ibex 450 is equipped for extended journeys across various terrain. CF Moto strives to make this the total package with features like heated grip and even tubeless wheels, all in this stock configuration, adding a layer of comfort and practicality, making long rides more enjoyable. At an attractive price of $6,999 US, the Ibex 450 positions itself as a formidable contender in the entry-level adventure segment. So a little side note here, the powers that be over at CF Moto are actually sending me one of these motorcycles to be able to ride all summer with no strings attached. They just asked that I give you, the viewer, an honest review in all types of riding situations. And yes, I'm aware of the stereotypes that Chinese motorcycles have, but I also have a feeling that CF Moto is actually going to break the barriers on this, and because they're doing this right. They're giving the consumer a great quality product with lots of bells and whistles for an amazing price. I'm really excited about throwing a leg over this in a few weeks, and you'll definitely see this bike pop up either on my social media and for sure on this channel here soon. So let's talk about Suzuki. The Suzuki DRZ finally gets an update. Suzuki breathes new life into its iconic DRZ series with introduction of the DRZ-4S, addressing a long-standing request from its loyal following and riding community. The DRZ-4S boasts a 450cc fuel-injected single-cylinder engine offering improved performance and fuel efficiency over its carbureted predecessor. Riders were literally begging Suzuki for a 6-speed gearbox in this new redesign, but unfortunately, it didn't happen with this one. But Suzuki says that they have made advances with their redesigned 5-speed gearbox, that it will be just like a 6-speed without a 6th gear, I guess, so they say. It's going to be very versatile across various riding conditions, and you won't miss not having that 6th gear is what they're telling everybody.
At least that's what they tell you.
They also introduced what they are calling the Suzuki Clutch Assistance System, or the SCAS, or SCAS. This system works like a slipper clutch by allowing for a small amount of slippage during deceleration for a smooth downshift, but the SCAS also works as an assisted clutch, increasing plate pressure under acceleration, but always keeps the clutch lever with a nice smooth pull and precise pull. Some other upgrades to the new DRZ are the fuel injection, better brakes. Really, it's a better round motorcycle altogether, has some traction control, a new redesigned dash, lots of tech in this new bike, but all of that comes with a price. The new DRZ is priced at $8,900, and the DRZ-S offers modernized yet familiar options for a dual sport enthusiast, but I have already heard riders disappointed that it's nearly $2,500 more than the last model. What are your thoughts on the DRZ-4S, and did they meet the riders' expectations? Let me know in the comments down below. So now let's talk about the Triumph Scrambler 400X. This is a retro version, basically, of an ADV contender. So Triumph is definitely venturing into the small displacement adventure segment with the Scrambler 400X. Personally, I really like the look of this bike, and I think it would be fun for like back roads or short commutes to and from work. This bike blends classic aesthetics with contemporary performance. The Scrambler 400 is powered by a 398cc single-cylinder engine, delivering 39.5 horsepower and 27 foot-pounds of torque. With a 19-inch front wheel coupled with ABS and traction control, this ensures stability and safety across various riding conditions. Merging retro design elements with genuine adventure capabilities, the Scrambler 400X appeals to riders seeking for style without sacrificing functionality. And finally, with a competitive price of $5,795, Triumph offers an accessible entry into the lightweight adventure market. Now we're going to move into some of the big upgrades that bikes have seen in 2025. As if the adventure motorcycle market wasn't exciting enough already in 2025, it's bringing us some serious updates to some of the most popular bikes out there. We're talking about improvements with suspension, redefined electronics, and even more performance out of these bikes. Let's break down some of the biggest changes coming to the already popular bikes for this year. Moving into the first one, we're going to talk about the Ducati DesertX, the Discovery version, now even more adventure ready. The 2025 Ducati DesertX Discovery is here. It's taking Ducati's off-road ready DesertX and redefining it into a fully equipped long-distance adventure machine. While the standard DesertX was already a formidable ADV bike, the Discovery version builds upon that foundation with factory-fitted accessories, enhanced durability, and improve rider comforts, making it the most adventure-ready Ducati yet. So what's new on the DesertX Discovery? Ducati has outfitted Discovery with everything an off-road enthusiast needs for serious off-road travel. Some key additions include a heavy-duty aluminum skid plate, providing better protection for both the engine and the lower frame while tackling rocky terrain. It also includes factory-installed crash bars for those slow-speed drops or tip-overs. They've also installed some Barkbuster-inspired handguards with reinforced aluminum, offering better protection from debris and falls compared to their standard plastic guards. A larger touring windscreen reduces wind buffering, and for improved comfort on long highway stretches, they've also included a touring seat. The new Discovery is also luggage ready from the start. Unlike the standard DesertX, which requires a separate luggage purchase and separate luggage racks to be able to make those work, the Discovery comes with pre-fitted aluminum side cases, giving it a true adventure touring edge right out of the box. These waterproof and lockable panniers provide ample storage for long trips while maintaining the bike's rugged look. Mechanically, the Discovery retains the same engine and power as the standard model, as well as the ride modes are made the same. The bike also continues to feature a 21-inch front and an 18-inch rear wheel for true off-road capability. The bike has full adjustable KYB suspension with 9.8 inches of travel in the front and cornering ABS, traction control, and wheelie control for safety in all types of terrain. With all of these premium upgrades, the 2025 DesertX Discovery comes in at around $19,999, slightly higher than the standard DesertX, but offering significantly more value for riders who plan serious off-road expeditions. Now, moving into the next bike that I think a lot of people are really excited about is the 2025 Yamaha Tenere 700. This is a redefined already legend. The Yamaha Tenere 700 has been the gold standard for middleweight adventure bikes since its debut, and for 2025, it's getting even better. Yamaha is focused on redefining the bike rather than just reinventing it, making small but significant changes to improve its overall performance and comfort. One of the biggest changes is the suspension. The new model features more adjustability, both front and rear, allowing riders to fine-tune their setup for either highway cruising or aggressive off-road riding. The 2025 T7 is now also featuring a ride-by-wire throttle system, which allows for smoother power delivery and big news for long distance travel. Yes, that's right. Finally, cruise control is now available. The braking performance has been improved as well, with new ABS settings that allow riders to select different levels of intervention depending on the weather and terrain they're riding on. The styling gets a new upgrade with new graphics and colorways, as well as the new dash and handlebar controls to manage all the new tech on board. There's also a new redesigned rally-style headlight that personally I think looks even better than the previous model. Even with all these upgrades, Yamaha has managed to keep the price within reason for the new 2025 model, coming in at around $11,000. For what you get, that's still one of the best deals in the adventure riding market. Now moving along to the 2025 Honda XL 750 Transalp. It's getting small tweaks to make a huge difference. The Honda Transalp made its comeback last year, and for 2025, Honda is fine-tuning what already is a fantastic middleweight motorcycle for touring and off-road. The updates aren't dramatic, but they're exactly what riders have been asking for. The biggest improvement is the suspension. Honda has tweaked the dampening and spring rates to offer better balance between comfort and highway performance. Honda has also introduced new color options and made updates to the electronics package, giving riders more redefined traction control settings and more modes. At $10,499, the Transalp remains one of the best versatile and affordable adventure bikes in its class, giving you Honda reliability and solid performance for a very reasonable price. Now, the final bike I'm going to talk about that's getting big changes is the 2025 Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. The Royal Enfield Himalayan has been a fan favorite for budget-conscious adventure riders since its debut, known for its rugged simplicity, solid off-road capability, and unbeatable value. The Himalayan has carved out a unique place in the ADV market, but for 2025, Royal Enfield has stepped up its game with an all-new Himalayan 450, bringing in modern tech, more power, and redefine ergonomics while staying true to its back-to-basics adventure philosophy. For the first time in Himalayan's history, Royal Enfield is ditching the air-cooled single-cylinder in favor of a brand new, completely redesigned 450cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine. This is a massive step forward in refinement and power delivery. The old 411cc engine was known for being torquey but underpowered, especially at highway speeds. The new engine, however, bumps up power significantly, producing around 39 horsepower and 230 foot-pound of torque, a major improvement over the outgoing model's 24 horsepower. This means better acceleration, improved highway cruising capability, and more confidence when overtaking vehicles on long stretches of highway. Plus, the liquid cooling system should enhance reliability and longevity, especially for riders tackling hot climates and tough off-road conditions. But Royal Enfield didn't stop there. The chassis has also been completely redesigned, making the bike more stable and comfortable for long-distance riding. The new frame is lighter yet stronger, and the suspension has seen some serious upgrades. The new Himalayan 450 now has longer travel upside-down forks with 43 millimeters in the front and improved rear monoshock, giving it significantly better off-road performance and bump absorption. Like its predecessor, the Himalayan 450 still sticks with the 21-inch front and 17-inch rear wheels, keeping it both off-road credible while still maintaining some good dual sport tire options. With the revised chassis and engine, the Himalayan 450 actually sheds a few pounds, though it still retains a solid planted feel, and with a wet weight coming in of around 430 to 450 pounds, it makes it one of the lightest adventure bikes out there. One of the biggest criticisms of the old Himalayan was that it lacked modern features. Well, Royal Enfield listened. The 2025 Himalayan 450 now includes a fully digital TFT display, replacing the analog gauge cluster. This new dash brings in features like turn-by-turn navigation, ride modes, USB charging and Bluetooth connectivity, and ride-by-wire for smoother throttle response. Speaking of that, adventure riders love the Himalayan for its impressive fuel efficiency, and Royal Enfield isn't going to mess with a good thing. The new Himalayan 450 features a larger 17-liter or 4.5-gallon tank, giving it a projected range of 250 plus miles per tank, perfect for those long overland trips without requiring frequent fuel stops. Combine that with the improved power and comfort, and this bike is shaping up to be one of the best budget adventure bikes for long distance travel. Royal Enfield has always been about affordability, and the Himalayan 450 continues that tradition. With all of these upgrades, still the bike comes in at around $6,000, keeping it as one of the most budget-friendly adventure bikes on the market. All right, guys, so as mentioned at the beginning of this video, I want to talk about two rumors about bikes that could be coming to market pretty soon. The first rumor is really dependent on what happens to KTM at this point, but there has been leaked video, and also there's been some sightings of the new KTM 990 Adventure. At one point, the old KTM 990 was one of those bikes that I only dreamed about. I wanted to own one so bad, so I'm actually really excited that they're actually coming full circle and bringing this beast back to life. This is going to be a completely new model. It's not going to be just a refresh of the current 890. It's going to be a completely new bike that takes everything we loved about the legendary KTM 950 and 990 Adventure and brings it into the modern era. KTM has developed an all-new 990cc parallel twin, cranking out an impressive 110 horsepower and 75 pound-feet of torque. That's definitely more than enough power to tear through any terrain you throw at it. But KTM doesn't seem like they're going to hold back there. It's coming with a whole new electronics package, and it's said that the bike will be getting an adaptive cruise control feature, semi-active suspension, and one of the most impressive traction control systems in any adventure bike. There is speculation that KTM is positioning this bike to be the ultimate high-performance adventure bike, and with an estimated price of around $15,999, it's going to be going head-to-head with other adventure bikes in its class, and it is sure to be a favorite. So what do you guys think? Are you guys excited to see the reintroduction of the 990? And if so, let me know your thoughts down below. Now, let's talk about one of the most exciting rumors in the ADV world right now, and that is the new Honda Africa Twin 850. Honda has been very secretive about this one, but leaks suggest this could be the game-changing motorcycle that you've been waiting for. Honda is developing a new V3 engine layout, and what makes things even crazier is that it could be featuring a new electronic supercharger. Yeah, you heard me, supercharger. If this engine makes it to the Africa Twin 850, we're going to be looking at a completely new approach to adventure bike powertrains. While it'll still sit below the big Africa Twin 1100, Honda is apparently focused on keeping weight down to improve handling. And if the supercharger rumor is true, we could see performance numbers that you've never seen before in any other big adventure bike. Like the current Africa Twin, the 850 is expected to come with a 21-inch front wheel and an 18-inch rear wheel setup, making it a serious contender for off-road adventures. And if Honda keeps its promise, they are excited to say that this bike is supposed to come in around $12,999, which makes the 850 one of the most exciting middleweight adventure bikes to hit the market in years. Now, I know it seems kind of outrageous to put a supercharger on something like this that's going to have a ton of like dirt and dust and grime, but I'm confident that Honda has all that figured out, and if they are to bring this bike to fruition, You could see it on this channel. That bike sounds like it would be a blast to ride. But what do you guys think? Are you excited for the return of the 990 Adventure R? Would you take that over a supercharged Honda Africa Twin 850, or would you go with something that is definitely tried and true, like the upgraded version of the T7? Drop me a comment down below and let's chat about it. All right, guys, so there you go. 2025 is shaping up to be an incredible year for adventure motorcycles. With new models, major upgrades, and some wild rumors in the mix, there's never been a better time to be an ADV rider. Which one of these bikes are you most excited about? Are you looking at the lightweight BMW F450, maybe an upgraded T7, or are you waiting to see if Honda actually does release a supercharged Africa Twin 850? Again, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please help me grow this channel by making sure to hit that like button. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. That way you know when videos like this are released. But wait, hold up, don't go anywhere yet. Make sure and check out this video right here. I promise that you'll like it. And until next time, ride safe, and we'll see you in the next video.